Hey guys, and welcome to Infinite Craft. I fancied just chilling out and playing something silly, and Infinite Craft is perfect for that. So I've loaded up a completely new instance, and I thought we could aim to try and get a first discovery. Will we succeed? Who knows, but it's a worthy goal. So for those of you who may not have seen this before, we start over here with these 4 elements, and you can combine them together to make something new. So if we combine fire and water, we have discovered steam. We are not, of course, the first discovery of steam, but we have now got it, and we can then combine that with other things. So steam and earth makes mud, and wind and mud makes dust. And you can just continue combining these and make all sorts of different things. Sometimes you find that 2 things make something you've already made, but sometimes you combine a planet with some steam and you get steampunk. And I mean, don't we all want some steampunk? What if we have steampunk and steam? No, star and steampunk. Okay, you can't combine those. Sometimes you also can't combine them. Ooh, an airship. Got to like that. And now we've got a UFO. And now we have aliens. And you can see we're already up to 13 items. And you can kind of just continue going and make all sorts of weird things. But something that you can do is you can get a first discovery. And that is where you are the first person to ever make that thing. And they are, they're difficult to find sometimes. But you get them by just combining the weirdest possible stuff together, and you get some absolutely crazy stuff. I've played this quite a bit before, just absent-mindedly, and it is an awful lot of fun. But good lord, do you end up with some absolutely wild things, and you're like, surely no one's found this before. And yet, you find that someone has got there before you, and it is very interesting. I feel like steampunk has a lot of potential, so I'm just going to leave steampunk there. What about an alien broom? A witch? What about a witch steampunk? A steam witch? I like it. What about a steam witch on an airship? No. I like steam witch though. What about a steam witch in a field? Just becomes a witch. What if you have a very witchy witch? A witch hut? A steam witch hut? No. Sometimes you think you know where this might be going, and other times it does not go the way you think it's going to. Ooh, steam magic. What about a steam witch who has steam magic? They make a steam engine. I guess I possibly should have seen that coming. And a steam engine and a wizard make a time machine, which is lovely. And now we have dinosaurs. God, I love dinosaurs. And an egg. Okay, we've apparently solved the thing of whether or not the egg or the chicken came first. It was the egg. You get them by combining 2 dinosaurs. And now there's a baby dinosaur. What about a baby dinosaur with steam magic? A stegosaurus. Okay, guys, apparently stegosauruses actually used steam magic, which I think might be a new discovery. I don't think we knew that, but I like it. I like it a lot. What if we got them in a steam engine? A steamosaurus. That makes sense. What about a steam witch and a steamosaurus? A steam witchosaurus. Okay. This is what I mean by you start getting some kind of crazy things, and you're like, I feel like I'm heading somewhere with this, but I'm not quite sure where yet. What if they're in a swamp? A swamp witchosaurus. Interesting. So we have a steam witchosaurus and a swamp witchosaurus. And then we just have a witchosaurus. Good to know. Okay, what if the witchosaurus has magic? No. We have discovered dragons. Ooh, what if it's a dragon swamp witchosaurus? No, just dragon. What about steam witchosaurus? Nope, they don't combine. And a dragon witch doesn't. What about a dirt dragon? Nope. A bog dragon? That is just a swamp. Okay. A swamp dragon is a lizard. I suppose that makes sense. Ooh, a crocodile. I feel like Steam Witchosaurus and Swamp Witchosaurus have some potential, and I still like the Steam Witch. The Steam Witch is good. Ooh, a dragon egg. Ah, no. What about if we have some... Ooh, a fossil. A Steam Witchosaurus fossil? No, they don't combine. What about a fossil and a time machine? Nope. What about a star dragon? Ooh, a constellation. I like that. I like that a lot. And there's even constellations in the background. What about if we have a constellation Steam Witch? That's just a Steam Witch. What about a fossil? That's a dinosaur. What about an alien? An Alienosaurus? What about a Steam Witchosaurus and an Alienosaurus? Nope. Constellation? Nope. A grass constellation. That's just a lawn apparently. And that's a dragonfly. A steam dragon? I like a steam dragon. What about a Swamp Witchosaurus steam dragon? Nope. What about if I give them a rake? Nope, that's just a witch. Okay. Understood. What about a baby dinosaur and an egg? Nope. Baby dinosaur. A baby dinosaur and a steam engine makes a train. Okay. A dino train. What about a steam dino train? That's just a steam train. What about two steam trains? That's just a train. A witch train? The Hogwarts Express. That does track. What about a steam witch? Okay, apparently Harry Potter is a steam witch. Does this get Quidditch? No. Okay. We've discovered a steam wizard though. A steam witch and a steam wizard just makes steam. Steam and steam magic. There's a steam engine. With a stegosaurus is a steamosaurus. I'm going round in some circles, it would seem. Steam Potter? Okay. Steam Potter on a steam train? Nope. Steam Potter the Steam Wizard? Nope. Steam Engine Dragon with a time machine. We're back to steampunk. Okay. Let's get some of these original things in. Let's grab some fire and some wind and stuff, because I feel like, yeah, like we haven't got a submarine and a sailboat and an island. I feel like some of these are probably quite helpful. Ooh, steampunk Atlantis, Steamlantis. What if the Steam Wizard went to Steamlantis? That's just a Steam Wizard. What if the Swamp Witchosaurus went to Steamlantis? That makes a Swamp Witch. Interesting. A Swamp Witch and a Steam Wizard makes a Steam Witch. A Steam Witchosaurus. What about that? Steamlantis and a sailboat makes a steamboat. A Stegosaurus Witch. Interesting. A Stegosaurus Witch who's a Swamp Witchosaurus. We got a first discovery! Yes! That did not take us too long. A Stegosaurus Witchosaurus. I'm just going to leave that there because that makes me very happy that we got a first discovery. And now, if we use our first discovery, we might be able to chain it into more first discoveries potentially, if we get lucky. But it depends if we get lucky or not. Because sometimes these things can snowball, and then other times they don't really like to combine much. Like, what if we now had a Swamp Witchosaurus? Nope. I'm not sure that it wants to combine. Let's see. What about Steam Potter the Stegosaurus Witchosaurus? No. That's a shame. What about Harry Potter at Hogwarts? That's just a wizard, which makes sense. Well, I'm very glad that we apparently did our objective very quickly. But maybe I would love to get maybe another one if we can. Systembotosaurus. Steam? Why did I fail at reading that so badly? Steambotosaurus. Interesting. What about Steamboatosaurus, the Stegosaurus, Witchosaurus? Ah, I was hoping that was going to do something. What about Steam Harry Potter? No, that just makes a steamboat. Fair enough, I suppose. What about a lizard? What else can we get? Maybe a leaf pile and steampunk, or a star. Nope. Understandable. What about earth or fire? Water. That didn't work. A field of Stegosaurus Witchosauruses. Okay. Ooh, we made a tree. A tree crash is wood. A wood dinosaur is a fossil. That's understandable, I suppose. A fossil... Ooh, flower. A flowering tree makes a forest. 2 forests makes a jungle. 2 jungles just goes back to being a forest. What about a wood forest? That's a tree. A forest flower. A garden. A garden Hogwarts. Herbology. Herbology Stegosaurus Witchosaurus. Herbology Steam Dragon. A herbology dragon. Yes, a herbology dragon dragonfly. I was hoping it would be a herbology dragonfly. That would be cute. Herbology dragon? Dragon? Nope. Herbology garden? The herbology garden with a herbology dragon? What else do we have? What about the swamp witch? The swamp witch is a good one. Oh, the Witchosaurus in a herbology garden. That's just a witch. What about a witch in the jungle? Poison. A poison in a herbology garden. What about poison in a garden? Makes a graveyard. A witch in a graveyard makes a zombie. A zombie at Hogwarts apparently makes Harry Potter. That's interesting. Harry Potter and the steampunk. Harry Potter and the steampunk. Herbology? Nope. A herbology forest is a wand. I like wand. Wand's good. What about a dragonfly witch? A fairy. I like fairy. Fairy's good. Fairy Harry Potter and the steampunk. Nope. Steamboat fairy. Tinkerbell. Tinkerbell in Atlantis makes a mermaid. Interesting. A poison mermaid makes a siren. That actually makes quite a lot of sense. A siren fairy is just a mermaid. That is understandable. A zombie mermaid? No. Herbology mermaid? Seaweed. And a seaweed zombie makes kelp. As you would expect, these are all perfectly logical conclusions to make. What about kelp makes seaweed, seaweed siren makes a mermaid, poison mermaid was a siren, flower mermaid. Wood siren. Hogwarts mermaid. Steamboat. What else can we get? We could grab the UFO. Swamp. Swamp and Harry Potter makes Dumbledore. Okay. What about Dumbledore and... Star. Sirius Black. That makes an awful lot of sense. Sirius Black and fire. Nope. Harry Potter and wind. Apparently is Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. Okay. Wouldn't necessarily have thought that, but I will take it. What about magic? Stegosaurus, dragon, egg, time machine. Egg time machine, that was just dinosaur. Broom, dirt witch, a lawnmower. Apparently lawnmowers are made when you combine a lawn and a dragon. I mean, makes perfect sense to me. Ooh, a tractor egg is a chicken. A tractor egg is a chicken. And a chicken and an egg makes an omelette. I mean, okay. What about an omelette and a garden? Makes a salad. A chicken and a salad doesn't make anything. What about a tractor salad or a tractor chicken? No. Mermaid tractor. Tractor siren. Tractor Tinkerbell. Tractor fairy. Tractor zombie. Okay. You combine a zombie and a tractor and they just become farmers, which, I mean, fair. And a graveyard and a salad makes coleslaw. I love this game. This game is just so much fun to just drag all sorts of random stuff around. I mean, who doesn't want to know about fairy slaw? I mean, ooh, fairy slaw black is our first discovery. Can we combine our 2 discoveries? Ah, that would have been great. Fairy slaw black, that is kind of amazing. What about Tinkerbell? Nah, no, that didn't work. A fairy having fairy slaw makes a fairy tale. Interesting. Ooh, Ariel. Farm Ariel. Mermaid with a salad is sushi. Ooh, no. That's not good. Ooh, a sushi roll. Ariel and sushi. No. Slaw mermaid. Poke. Nope. Not sure what's going on with that one, but okay. Oh, does it mean like Pokeball? Might do. That would make more sense than it randomly being like the act of poking someone. And Sirius Black and Poke is Pikachu. Good to know. Good to know. Fantastic. What about Pikachu, the Stegosaurus, Witchosaurus? Ah, that would have been great. What about Pikachu and an omelette? Pokemon. A wand Pokemon is Pikachu. Aerial Pokemon is also Pikachu. 2 Pikachus makes a Pichu. 2 Pichus makes a Pikachu. A Pikachu sushi is Pikasushi. Pikasushi Fairy Slaw Black. Ah, that would have been so good. Pikachu Lawnmower. Grass type. Pikachu as a grass type is Pikachu. That's just wrong. That's just wrong. Pikachu Forest Pokemon. Squirtle. That wouldn't have been my first choice of a forest Pokemon, but okay, what about Squirtle and Pikachu? Or Pika-Sushi Squirtle? Pika-Squirtle? Pika-Squirtle Pika-Squirtle Pika-Sushi? Nope, Pika-Squirtle. I've apparently stopped being able to speak. But what about Pika-Sushi and Egg? Is Pikachu again? Everything leads back to Pikachu. What about Island Pikachu? Atlantis Pokemon? I feel like Pokemon, I feel like we should be able to get some other Pokemon. Pokemon Egg? Nope. Let's try and get at least a couple more. What about a steampunk Pokemon? Steamamon. Yes. Steamamon, the well-known Pokemon of Steamamon. Not sure about that one, but that's okay. What about if we had Pokemon and Dumbledore? Nope. Pokemon and Zombie? No. Pokemon and Poison? Mewtwo? Mewtwo? Isn't Mewtwo a psychic type? I don't even know anymore. Mewtwo and Pikachu makes Mew. And that's how Mew was born, everybody. Mewtwo and Mew. Mew 3. Yes. Mew 3, the Steamamon. Mew 3-mamon. Oh, it's so good. Mew 2, Mew 3, Mew 2, Mew 2-mamon, Mew 3-mamon, Mew... Can we have Mew... I don't know that we can get Steamamon from just Mew. No, that just makes Mewtwo. That's a shame. It would have been nice. We have Mew 2-mamon and then Mew 3-mamon. Mew 3 Sushi. Mew 3 Pikachu. Mew Sushi Roll. Mew Sushi. Always thinking. Ooh, Musushimon, another first discovery. Can we get Sushi 3? Mutamon. That wasn't where I thought that was going, but okay. Mutamon X. Mutamon X Mu3momon. Nope. Musushi? Nope. Mutamon X. Fairy Slaw Black. Ooh, Fairy Slaw Black X. I like that. Can we do Stegosaurus Witchosaurus? No. Can we do Stegosaurus Witchosaurus with Mutamon X? No. Well, that's a shame. Can we do a zombie? Musushimon. Musushimon doesn't want to combine with anybody, which is very sad. What about Steamon X? No, no one seems to want to do anything. Ooh, Elantosaurus. Elantosaurus X. Aww. What if we had Sushi Roll Sushi X? Okay, think we're going down a path that is not looking overly productive. I was kind of hoping. Musushimon is so good. We have 4 first discoveries. I'm actually so proud. It's not exactly the hardest thing to do, but sometimes I always figure it's going to take slightly longer than that, because obviously we're all starting from the same bit, and there's only, I mean, how many have we done? We've done 130 items, and 4 of them are new. I mean, that's pretty good. And I like Pick a Zombie. Pick a Zombie is good. But he doesn't want to combine with anyone, which is a shame. What about... No, you don't even want to go with Mu3momon. Okay, let's see if we can get 1 more. And then we'd have 5 first discoveries. Let's see if we can do that, because that would be kind of amazing. But I'm not sure if we will. Because it is very easy to forget what you've already done. Ooh, Slawchew. I like Slawchew. Slawchew X. No. Slawchewmamon. No. What else can we do? Well, can we get anything with the Dino Train? Doesn't look like it. Or Steamlantis? No, that just leads to the Dino Train. Sailboat Dino Train. Dinosaur on a sailboat. A pterodactyl. As you would expect. A pterodactyl island? Dinosaur Atlantis. Poseidon. Poseidon's a dinosaur. I did not see that coming. Poseidon herbology is seaweed. That does make sense. Seaweed. Herbology garden. Which seaweed? Mermaid. What else can we get? Ooh, corn. Cornbread. Cornbread fossil. No. Atlantosaurus dragon. No. Slawchew the dragon. Slawchew corn. Ooh, dragon fruit. Dragon fruit and slaw. Or sushi. Dragon fruit sushi? No. That would have been too easy. Ooh, Dragon X. I like Dragon X. Anybody want to combine with anybody else? Maybe some corn? No, you don't like the corn? That's understandable, I suppose. Would have maybe hoped that we could get someone. New sushi. New sushi. Slaughter omelette. Herb omelette. Ooh, Eggmon. Eggmon with corn. Eggmon Poseidon. Ooh. Well, we got popcorn. Popcornmon. I mean, I would love that Pokemon. Popcornmon. Popcornmon and Slaughter? No, Popcornmon wins out every time. Oh my god, Dragonex is eating everyone. Well, I'm sure we could just endlessly keep going and get more and more crazy things. But I think, ooh, Egglantosaurus. I was so close to saying that I was giving up, but then we got Egglantosaurus. And then we got Eggplant. I mean, that's just great news. Oh, it would be so nice if we could get a fifth, but I don't think it's going to happen for us. Cornosaurus. Egglantosaurus and Cornosaurus. No. Don't be silly. Why would that be an answer? Yes, a steam eggplant. Egglantosaurus steam eggplant. No. Understandable. I think we're probably just going to have to leave this episode here. And let me know, I guess, if you would like me to play this again. I do very much enjoy this game, and I would very happily just spend a ridiculous amount of time just dragging these things together and seeing what we can make, because it is a lot of fun. So if you would like that, then let me know. But otherwise, I guess I will just be seeing you next time for something else. So, thank you guys for watching. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you next time. Bye!